Good morning.
Good morning.
Feels like it's been a while.
Yeah, well,
It has.
it has.
I guess that's why we didn't do our morning show last week because our pet, Oliver, our dog, Oliver, passed away last Monday morning. That's Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver was actually, we thought 11, but I think he was actually 12 years old. That is my Dia de los Muertos altar behind me. He was about 12. It was pretty sudden, but he was getting on, as they say.
Getting on, and he's a big dog. So
he's a big guy. Yeah, he was a big guy. So
it's a long time.
Yes. So no show last week. This Monday we were both volunteering.
Yep.
So we couldn't do that. So we were good morning, Pammy. Nice to see you, Pammy, on here. You were volunteering with the World Food Kitchen.
World Central Kitchen.
Kitchen. I keep
this is Chef Jose Andreas's company organization, and this one was called Chefs for the Polls, and so he coordinates with a bunch of different restaurants locally, and they show up to election polls and feed people in line because the lines have been so long, and the election workers. So yeah, it was just something great to do to keep my mind off of
what was going on.
The election. The actual election.
Agreed. That was the whole reason. So I volunteered to be a poll worker. I didn't get the call until like the day before I had to train last week. They notified us very late. A lot of people got notified very late. So I did 3 days working at the polls. And it's funny that, you were up at Dodger Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Because I know you had lines there, but for us, we only would have a line in the morning. And then the rest of the day was just kind of a trickle of people, except election day was a steady stream of people, but no lines ever. And
I have to say Dodger Stadium, because there were so many voting booths, people were getting in and out very quickly.
Yeah. And this new system, as worried as I was about it all going electronic, it actually works great. And when you're actually working the polls too, you really see how there's so many checks and balances to the system that, sure, things can crash or things like that can go wrong. But honestly, we didn't have one machine go out ever.
Great.
There were definitely several times we couldn't find people in the system that were like, I registered, 3 weeks ago, whatever, and they weren't in there. So we'd have to re-register them. But overall, it was smooth. People got in and out. It was confusing to some of the older generation. Let's see. Pammy says, I was thinking about you and the long hours. Good for you. Thank you, Pammy. We were both a little tired, but
you were working way longer hours than I was. So
yeah, they were very long days. So I'm glad I did it. I would maybe do it again. Although the election day hours were insane. That was 15 hours, 15 hours. So that was crazy. The other days were 11 hours. So long days. Yeah. But to be able to see it from the inside, was really kind of cool to see how it works. You see those election workers and you just like, oh, they're just sitting there, but people are working. People are really hard work.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was really great. So I was saying the older people, using this new system, and we had a lot of first time, Latinx voters, that were older, and so it was kind of doubly hard because I had a lot of people ask me to actually help them. I was in a mostly Spanish speaking neighborhood, and I was the only person who spoke Spanish. So
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, how is that even possible?
Oh my God, it was bad planning. I think if I have anything to do with any other election, working the polls, I would definitely make a suggestion to watch for that. Because that was crazy. And my Spanish is not, it's not excellent. It's good, but it's not excellent. It was good enough, I should say. It's not even good. It's just good enough. But
I just found myself getting super bossy immediately. And like,
You made me spit my
I'm
coffee.
I'm just the volunteer. Like,
Were
but I
people
was just like,
complaining to you about the lines?
no. It was just like, like when the food would arrive, and like just go switching back
Well, you
into
go into
my
that mode.
old restaurant mode. Yeah, of
Sure.
like, we're not being efficient. You go do this and let me do this, and like, and then and because the people coordinating were like coordinating multiple cities, so they're mostly like on their phones and like trying to deal with a bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, I'm going to tell everybody what to do right away. And I know no one knows me, and it's not my business, but.
Right. I did it. I did too. First day, the leads in this location, very nice, but they also were a little bewildered. Like the training was not a ton of training, they had more training than we did for sure. But they hadn't done this before, neither of them. And so they didn't really know how to delegate and tell people what to do. So I did find myself going, okay, what's next? Okay, we got to get these signs up. Cool. Let's go do that. Let's go do this. Okay. You want to do this? Okay. You do. So yeah, you go into that producer mode and just sort of take over. So yeah, I was bossy too. Which is why I started spitting my coffee out. After the first day, I laid back and after the first morning, I should say, because by that afternoon, I was able to sit outside the entire time that first day, which was lovely. But it's interesting. You're going to hear a little noise. Dave is making his coffee right now. Pammy says she's done it 3 times before through her work. She started getting too tired to make it to my work that morning. Oh, yeah. It's hard. There were most of the people, I think there were only 3 of us at this polling station that actually volunteered. The others were all county workers that were actually sort of made to do it. So, the city apparently put a lot of their county workers out into the polling stations to work it, and they just get their normal pay for that.
I know our friend Amanda Begley was working as a polling election official or whatever.
Yeah, election official. That's what I was. That's what my sticker said.
At Glassell Park. So lots of people, I think, were doing it, which is great.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, I haven't seen so much volunteerism as in the last 6 months, really.
Yeah.
So that's hopeful. And as it stands right now, I mean, obviously we're all still waiting, nail biting. This is going to be long and drawn out. We know that. I think never has it been more true that slow and steady wins the race. So I think we have to keep in mind,
Let's just pace ourselves. I mean, it's
have patience. Good. Yeah. It's looking good. We all have PTSD from, the first time 2000, right?
I know. I was like, how far do we want to go back?
Yeah. I mean, I remember going to bed that night going, and then waking up going, what? And then 2016, of course, we all know what happened there.
Horrible. Yeah, it was awful.
So I think nobody's willing to be, super positive yet, but it looks good. It's, it's good. I was just reading you what the Biden team has put out that based on this is from the Joe Biden campaign. Based on our data, Joe Biden will have more votes than any candidate in history. That is pretty amazing because that means more people got out to vote as well.
Yes.
I mean, I can't wait to see the final tally of how many people actually voted because normally, what is it, around 50%-ish that people get out to vote?
Yeah.
I think, that's going to be much higher. He will get far more than 50% of the popular vote, flip at least 3 states from 2016, net a higher total margin in Wisconsin, PA, Pennsylvania, and Michigan than Trump did in 2016. And they say that, based on their data, Joe Biden will win, but he's not saying he won yet. Isn't that interesting? No matter how close it is, he's still wanting those votes counted.
And I would be like, I won.
Yeah.
I'm the winner.
I just claim it.
Yeah.
Just claim it.
I would do that.
Yeah. But so, maybe I'll have to just keep our patience. You guys can't help if you have good ideas and make good leaders. Aw, thank you. Pammy says good morning, Dave.
Good morning, Pammy.
Dave says good morning.
Oh man. Yeah. I just, Biden's at 264, Trump's at 214. Just
Yeah.
also it's just ridiculous, this electoral college. I mean.
Yeah. Well, we'll tackle that after. There's so many other, balls to keep our eyes on at this point that right now we just have to keep that like, okay, we're just going to let this go. Let this happen. It's going to go through the process. So far the process is working and it just may take some time. So patience, don't lose heart, people. We're going to be okay.
Yeah, right? You should be more sad that McConnell is back in and Lindsey Graham is back in.
That sucks. Those were disappointing.
That's awful. Yeah.
Yeah, those were disappointing for sure. But, if it goes the way we think it's going to go, then we're going to be in much better shape. It'll take some time.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could get a plan going for this whole pandemic.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, that would be nice.
Get these kids back with their parents. Let's get a plan for that.
Yeah, that'd be good. And maybe for, joining that Paris Accord again. Taking care of our world. Yeah. That'd be some nice things. That'd be some nice things happening.
No, but we got that moon water now. Like, we got to go tackle that. We got to go and ruin that.
Yeah.
Focus on, we can mine that moon water. All right. Let's okay. So we don't have a show tomorrow. Just
right. No show tomorrow night. Because just no show tomorrow night. We'll not be there, but we'll get back on schedule.
Business.
It's no one's business. It's not your business. None of your business. I mean, we overshare a lot. We do. So we can talk about it another time. But we'll get back on schedule next week. We should be back to our normal Monday mornings and Friday evenings. In fact, next Friday, we have one of our favorite magicians, Handsome Jack, joining us. So tune in next Friday at 7 Pacific, and you'll see us have a chat with him and a clip from him. And we love him. He's hilarious. Good guy. And we're moving. Yeah, now Halloween is over. Day of the Dead is over. I have to clean up my decorations and put out the Christmas ones. I'm just going to do it early this year. I say that, but I'm just going to trade them out. Why not? Because I mean, what else are we going to do?
Right.
We'll just make it a winter wonderland for the next 3 months.
Great. Great.
All right. Well, everybody hang in there. It's going to be okay. I'm going to put that out there. I've got my blue wave candle made by Pinky Turzo, lighting to keep the faith, keep the optimism.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it. We got this.
All right. Patience, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Monday morning.
Yep.
All right. Adios. Keep smiling. Just keep, no, don't smile.